What is going on, you guys? My name is Andrew, and today we are going to be talking about the Saucony Guide 15 running shoe. I recently picked up a pair of these for a significant discount considering the Saucony Guide 16s are coming out. But I threw 100 miles on these while marathon training, and I just wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts, opinions, before you rule out this shoe and wait for the 16s. Without any further ado, let's get into the shoe. Okay, so I'm going to start things off talking about the specs and dimensions of the shoe. The first thing I want to highlight most importantly is I am wearing this in a size 12 men's US versus my normal size 13 men's in US sizing. So you may need to consider shopping down one full size or a half size to find your perfect fit. The issue that I had encountered was I had just a little too much wiggle room up in the front on the toe area, so I cut it back one full size and it felt just fine. No issues on the heel, no issues on the width, so that was good. Next part that would be very important is the weight, coming in at a very, very low 9.5 ounces, which is only half an ounce heavier than my race shoe that I'm going to be running in the Atlantic City Marathon, so quite the light shoe. Next would be the 35 millimeter stack in the back and the 27 millimeter stack in the front, giving you a nice 8 millimeter drop off, which gives you that real nice Saucony rock and roll that they have, and it feels amazing for speed work. Okay, so the next part I want to talk about is the style and look of the shoe. It is a very simple, very clean looking shoe. I got it in the basic black. There were a few colorways available, but this was one of the only ones in my size, aside from a white they had, and I've never had a good history with white shoes. So, of course, I went with very good basic black. Like I said, very sharp, very clean, very fresh looking, even after 100 miles. The bottoms look quite nice with a gum look mixed with white outlining. Very nice. They have this nice little plastic section that they put in here with the Saucony logo in there. Very nice. I've always slept on Saucony. I never really tried any pairs. This is my first pair I've ever actually worn, and I gotta say I'm really liking the way they look, liking the way they feel, so could be another one in my rotation in the future. All right, so hopping into the next segment about the shoe, and that is going to be the comfort and feel. So obviously this has the signature Power Run foam in the base. The only complaint that I have about that is when you're going into higher mileage, I would say anything over 10, I have experienced the heel wears very quickly, and I've had some ankle discomfort. But as for the front end of the shoe, no issues across the toe bridge or the mid inside of the foot. I know this is a little bit more steered towards a stability running shoe, so that may be the main thing contributing to that. But as for the mesh along the outside of the shoe, hugs your foot just fine without causing any rubbing, chafing, blistering, etc. I've ran in these things dry, I've ran in these things wet, and never had an issue, which I was very happy with. And the mesh is very breathable, so unfortunately, if you are gonna get wet, you're gonna get wet. But I still had no issues as far as these things smelling terribly or just getting any issues with my foot. So overall, pretty happy with the comfort and just wearability of this shoe. Now rolling into the next part, I want to talk about the price. Now, before I shock you with my price, the price that is still on Saucony's website with the discount they currently have is $105. Prior to this, they were $140. Now that is not the price you will end up paying for these shoes unless you actually buy them off Saucony's website. Amazon has had an average price between $50 and around $95, depending on the color and sizing. Obviously, like I said, it's getting to a closeout point, but they still seem to have a very good amount in stock. Now, me, on the other hand, I managed to get these at my local DSW shoe store for $30. Could not be happier with that purchase. I was actually going out there looking for a different pair of shoes, and I stopped in there and they happened to have these for $30 in my size, and I was blown away because I was like, you know what, I've been wanting to try Saucony's, so for that price, 100%. Now, if I had to pay the Amazon price between, let's just say $50 to $90, still a great shoe, still a great buy, but $140, I don't know if I could say that that would be a good pick. I feel like there are better shoes made by Saucony around that price target or made by somebody else that would just fit the same feel the same and perform probably equal, if not maybe better, maybe a little worse. So for 140, I don't think it's worth it. 100 or less, absolutely worth it. All right, now I don't have a whole lot to say when it comes to the side of durability, but there is one thing that stood out to me that kind of let me down, and that is the heel kind of collapsed at one point. It's a little bit my fault. I was sliding into these one morning and I didn't have the laces fully undone, and I went to go push my foot in a little bit, but it was something so gentle that I've done on so many other pairs of shoes that I was kind of shocked at how easily it broke. It is able to straighten out. I still don't actually deal with any pain on my heel, like no digging or scratching or blistering. So not a major complaint, but I will say I was very let down with how easily that kind of collapsed. So that's really the only thing. Other than that, this shoe has stood up very well. The treads are still in very good shape after a little over 100 miles between track work and then overall just wearing it to wear it, as in just like casual wear. So other than that, shoe holds up great, but just be very careful with your heel. All right, so finally rolling into my quick pros and cons about this shoe. Not a whole lot to say. It is a very good shoe on the pro side as far as a cheap, durable, lightweight speedwork shoe, and that's generally what I've been leaning it towards. But now that my speedwork's kind of toning back into marathon prep, I've just been using it for any short mid-range runs that I just want to be comfortable on and move at an okay pace. Other than that, it has also been a cross-training shoe that I wear in the gym, and if I'm just riding around on the bike or just going out for a casual walk, going out to run some errands. It is a fantastic, comfortable, cost-effective shoe. Now, my con that goes with that, unfortunately, is it's about to be gone. So I would say right now is a good time to pick up these for a steep discount. Maybe have a backup pair. I'm considering looking on Amazon and grabbing another pair while I got the time still and see what I can get, because I'm definitely interested in trying out the Saucony Guide 16s in my next running season, but we're getting so close to race time that I'm not looking at buying them right now, but it is definitely on my radar. All right, so in conclusion, what is my overall rating on the Saucony Guide 15 running shoe? I have to give it a very nice 4 stars out of 5. This shoe feels great. It is a phenomenal track work shoe. It is a fantastic mid to short distance running shoe, and it just feels great to wear casually as you're out and about doing your daily tasks. And for the price that it's currently sitting at, it is an absolute steal. Will I be considering picking up another pair of these before they are all gone? 100% absolutely. These shoes have done no wrong to me in the time I've had them, and I probably still have another 200 to 300 miles on these before they're completely done for. And will I consider picking up a pair of Saucony Guide 16s? Absolutely as well. And as soon as I get some miles on a pair of those, I will be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on that. And if that sounds good to you, please consider liking and subscribing. I hope I helped you guys with making a decision on if this is the shoe for you today. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. See yas.